Hello, everybody, and welcome to LangTime Studio.
Wow, you sounded like you were starting a podcast episode.
Like one of ours or a good one?
That kind of hurts, David, because I'm in charge of most of our episodes.
No, that's true.
Dang. Are you saying we're unprofessional?
You set them up and I knock them down in the sense of you set up something very nice and then I knock it down and mess it all up.
Oh, man.
Hello, Mads. No, it's both. Mads and Madeline. Hello to both of you. Today, we start off with a look ahead as a reminder, especially for folks that watch this, later. And so I just want to get this out in the beginning so everybody knows and remembers and all of that. Coming up next week is going to be a special week. First of all, Madeline, James, and Biblaridian are going to be in the house. That's not a metaphor. But you know what is a metaphor is my introduction to Lakoff's theory of conceptual metaphor, which is going to happen during the Madeline James World Building Festival.
You gotta wait to do those things when I'm not taking a drink of water. That was about to be a disastrous moment for my computer.
I did things out of order. But okay, first things first. First things first.
My God, we absolutely should have made like a slideshow for this because it's like we need to, all right, here's what's happening. Day one.
Yeah, and it's funny. Then, we made a whole bunch of graphics. I just made them for other things.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, you know what? First things first. What shirt do you have on, David?
Okay, all right, here. So let's...
This is happening.
In order to see the shirt that I'm wearing, I'm going to get rid of that. And so that you can see this little fella.
Go over there, you go. Yeah.
This is Beaver's Mini Mart. I'm kind of sitting myself at an awkward angle. I look
very
strange
awkward
in the camera, but you can see everything. You can see everything, right? There's Beaver's Mini Mart. For those, it's kind of a minor thing, but for those aware of Buc-ee's, the gas station here in the United States, they have developed a reputation for suing people for copying their, logo and
effectively
stuff.
They're trying to see how far they can take the copyright of their logo and sue other people for infringement, even if their logos are actually older than Buc-ee's.
And so, for example, this is one of the companies that is being sued. It's an actual mini mart, and this is its actual address, by the way, over in... so it's called Beaver's Mini Mart. It's got a beaver on it. It doesn't look like Buc-ee at all.
It looks like an actual beaver in the first place, which means it doesn't look like Buc-ee.
And there's a reason it's called Beaver's Mini Mart. It's because it is in Beaverton, Ohio.
Beaver Creek,
Ohio. Beaver Creek, Ohio. And so there are lots of things named after beavers in Beaver Creek, Ohio, for obvious reasons. So anyway, shall we watch...
John Oliver.
John Oliver has drawn attention to this, and so to help their legal defense fund, they were selling merchandise, and so Jesse bought me this shirt because it is very me.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
And because we support small businesses, and they should not have to change their logo because Buc-ee's feels threatened by a tiny mom and pop.
Indeed.
Very small mini mart.
Yeah. Okay, so... all right, now that's out of the way. I'm pleased that where I'm sitting, you can see him a little bit.
Yeah.
It's kind of nice. But yeah, so next week, Madeline, James, and Biblaridian will be here because we're going to be at LACon 5, which is the local name of WorldCon, which is the short name of the World Science Fiction Convention, which is going to be running from Thursday until Monday of next week. If you're in the area, the four of us are going to be on a number of programming items throughout the week, and we will have a live stream there as well. It will be on Thursday, but not at our usual time. It's going to be from 3 to 4 p.m. Pacific time instead of 2 to 4 p.m. Pacific time. We've only got an hour, and we're going to do a live stream for the people that will be there and for you all as well. The goal today, by the way, is to get at least the design work done, if not the kerning, the design work of our font finished. so that I can have a file installed on both of our machines for this stream next week. That would be nice. Anyway, so that is happening. In addition to the Worldcon stuff, there may be other live streams that happen while Madeline and Bib are here. I can't say for certain.
There's nothing we've talked about, is there? Is this why you can't say for certain? I'm racking my brain like, oh, shoot,
honestly,
like, are other things happening?
Honestly, who can say?
Okay.
Who can say? Things happen, things don't happen. You never know.
Well,
They're
for
completely
a certain,
surprise.
for a sort of stretch of days there, we are so overly busy that I know that there won't be live streams happening.
Right.
Because Madeline somehow got on all the panels that go in the morning, and we got on all the panels that go all night.
What a mistake, by the way.
There was, in
on
fact,
Madeline's part.
In fact, there's one panel that we start on, and like our starting time is 9 p.m.
Yeah, we have a panel that starts, Jesse and I have a panel that starts at 9 p.m. The same day Madeline has one that starts at 9 a.m.
Yeah.
Honestly, just disastrous. Like, I don't know what you were thinking, Madeline.
And so, yeah, we will definitely not have a lot of time from Thursday to, well, through Sunday. Monday will slow down because Monday we each have like one thing.
That means you have to be parked and in the building, like Madeline. You have to be parked and in the building by 8:50.
As Madeline says, I don't need to relax or chill, period. Ever, period.
Yeah. I mean, it would be one thing if you were staying at the hotel. Like, obviously, we live very close. We live 15, 20 minutes drive away. But
the problem is the drive may be shorter than the finding a parking spot and getting inside once finding a parking spot will take.
Yeah. Yeah. Honestly, for Mads, like, I like the time for a panel starting at 9 p.m., but it is kind of criminal in that we have been buried. 2 of our panels have been buried. One, for some reason, there's just a panel with just me and Jesse where we just chat. That's the 9 p.m.
That's the 9 p.m. panel.
Yeah, and then
it's just the 2 of us.
And then, kind of a double insult, they put a workshop that's Dothraki and Valyrian at the same time. Mm-hmm. It's like, imagine, I don't know, doing like a French and Japanese workshop in an hour. Not like French Japanese, but no, like half of it is French and half of it is Japanese. Like, why would you even? Doesn't make any sense. And it's on Monday. Mm-hmm. Everybody's going to leave on Sunday. Everybody's leaving Sunday.
And those who don't leave on Sunday will probably leave after they check out of their hotels on Monday.
Yeah.
And our panel doesn't start until 1:30 p.m., which is after all checkout times ever.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, it'll be us. And actually, if I'm thinking correctly, we can drag Meridian there so we can teach her a few words. Because it's Labor Day, yeah? First Monday in September? September 1st is Monday.
No. Labor Day is the next week.
September 1st is not Monday. That's Tuesday is September 1st.
Yes.
September 2nd is Wednesday.
Yeah.
I got my days confused. Never mind, we won't be dragging her.
Yeah.
So we can't even force. Well, Biblaridian and Madeline will be there. They have no choice.
Yeah.
We're going to be like, sit down. Ritsas.
Yeah, but also it's
a very angry hello.
They have capped it at 20. Like,
yeah,
it has a maximum participation. Really doesn't make any sense. Like, no matter which way you slice it. So anyway, yeah, that's happening this coming week. Mm-hmm. I look forward to seeing you all in person. As you know, attendance is mandatory, so we will see you there. Anyway, so that's...
And we said weird start time, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
That is item A. Item B is that I realized today, or maybe yesterday, I don't know. I don't remember when exactly it was, but it just didn't dawn on me that the World Building Festival is literally like 2 days after they leave.
Well, that's because you see, WorldCon is in August and World Building Festival is in September. Those
Yeah.
are two very different things.
Yeah, like the last day of WorldCon is August 31st.
31st, not September 1st, which in my head I had
Yeah.
internalized it as September 1st, which it is not.
Yeah. So yeah, the World Building Festival is coming right up. Like Madeline and Bib are going to be flying home on the 2nd. And then it's like,
And then Madeline's going to turn around and host.
yeah. This wasn't well planned.
No, I think for Madeline, she knew what she was doing.
Well,
Madeline's a go getter. You know what I'm saying?
Well, the thing is, it was put to a vote. Madeline said,
was going to
should
change
we
it, yeah.
change the date of the World Building Festival? And I was like, why? Labor Day weekend's perfect weekend. Wasn't thinking at all. I absolutely voted not to change the date of the World Building Festival. Didn't think about it at all.
And then here we are.
And then here we are. I am going to be on a number of items. Jesse's going to be on
One.
item. Bibleridian will be there. Madeline James will be there, I think.
You think?
Yeah. And
I hear that Madeline James is starring in 11 streams.
there you go. World Building Pasta, Jake, Mateus. I don't remember if Miles is there. Miles will be there.
If not there on camera, always there in spirit. But I feel like yes.
Yeah. Jake is doing 6 things. Makes sense.
You
Jake
said George? Did you say George is
Jake rhymes with 6. Con Langery, George Corley will be there, of course. Like
in my
tons.
head, you already said that because I think I hear what the information I know. I hear,
Yeah.
whether it comes out of your mouth.
Honestly, that's such a cool quote. The information I know, I hear. Mm-hmm. I like that. Yes. But Mads will not be there. So you can probably give this one a miss.
Fair.
Yeah. Anyway, so that's coming up September 4th through 6th.
Mm-hmm.
And I have scheduled the streams that I was responsible for scheduling. And I have sent them to Madeline, like the links. And I now understand, like, as I start to look at the calendar, I was like, that's why Madeline is saying, schedule the streams and get them to me by, Saturday.
Because Madeline's going to be here.
Well, yeah, and just things are just coming up. Like, I really thought of it as just some far off date in September. I can't believe August has gone the way it's gone so far. Anyway, so yeah, exciting stuff. Yeah, all that scheduling stuff. Super, super exciting. Well, it's super exciting for people that enjoy watching the types of things that we do.
Fair.
Yeah. For others, it's just going to be another Saturday.
Also fair.
Anyway, also, I wanted to just show you something. I figured this out. It was a setting inside of OBS. I remember why it all happened the way it happened. When we had the old tripod, it was up so high that we used desktop view, which made it kind of increase in size. And the desktop view, the camera is constantly trying to adjust based on what it sees. Mm-hmm. With this one, I just went to normal view. That's why I did desktop view.
Oh, because it goes in and out of focus?
Because it goes in and out of focus.
What's worse, in and out of focus, or it suddenly changing orientations?
Let's see.
Ooh, it likes your hands.
My
Your hands are like being... Oh my God, it's like portrait mode. It's trying to blink out everything behind it.
Good Lord.
Wow.
Oh.
Well, it was great for a hot second.
Yep.
When you didn't, it's like refusing to focus now.
I love rediscovering problems that I forgot about.
All right.
Anyway. Yeah.
It's just you, Miles. Everyone else was like, this is clear as day. You may need to get that prescription checked where it's like it only brings hands into focus.
We'll figure things out somehow.
Yeah.
Anyway, so let's talk about the poll and get that settled very, very quickly. The poll was about our standalone vowels, which would have, consequences over some of the other or whatever. Anyway, we came up with several ideas that all overlapped, and I couldn't narrow down.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
This was so just a funny backstory, and then I'll let David do his thing.
Mm-hmm.
David asked me to assess options, and he assumed I had heard everything in the last stream that was going on, including decisions being made about these very important vowel markings, which was necessary knowledge going into looking at all the shapes I was looking at. But I did not, because if you recall in the last stream, I was furiously trying to translate some relative clauses into ndak. And so my brain was so on that task that I had no idea what was happening outside of me. And so David shows me these things. I am assuming I'm looking at one set of things. He's assuming I understand what I'm looking at. It took us a solid 30 minutes to tease apart where I had gotten confused and why I kept saying, but what about this? Why can't we do it this way? And David being like, what do you mean? And it was a whole thing because we both were starting from very different jumping off places. And it was kind of funny after the fact when I was like, oh, that's what you did during the stream. But that is how focused I get when I work. I hear nothing.
Right on.
Except for the soothing, very sexy tones of David doing speaking things. Exactly. No.
Okay.
You pushed your luck too far.
All right, so we have 3 possible scenarios here. One is that there's only one vowel glyph that occurs, and then you use vowel modifiers, diacritics, to build the other vowels for initial vowels. The other one is that there's 2 vowel glyphs, essentially the strong and weak. We decided that the default weak was going to be I, and so we use A as a glyph, E, and then we build U off of E. Scenario 3 is that there is 3 unique vowels for all of these, and we came up with various options for all of these. Scenario 1 was chosen, so this is what scenario 1 was going to look like. See, we have the A vowel, and then it takes that, and then it takes this, and those are the diacritics. Now, scenario 2 had several different ones. So here's the Snake River, right?
Real sneaky.
And then there's the U built off of it. This was one option. But then there was this top view river, and these were based on images that Jesse drew. I didn't include those in the poll, I should have. But it's essentially a 3, right? And then this is built off of the 3. Now scenario 3, with a little mistake here with the watch it, is we have 3 different vowels. We used roost and a couple of different images for roost to come up with the oo vowel. So this is the Snake River with that version of roost. This is the Top View River with that version of roost. Here we have the Snake River with this version of roost where it doesn't go all the way in. And the Top View River with that version of roost. And now if you complete the line, again, Snake River, Top View River. So I anticipated it was going to be a very difficult review for all of the results that I would have to tabulate, see if, because I made it so you could vote for multiples, any one that you liked. And I thought I made that clear. But maybe I didn't. Maybe certain people only voted for one. I don't know. Maybe you only liked one. I don't know. But anyway, I assumed I was going to have to do a hard drill down on the results to figure out exactly what the optimal option was. But it turns out that 2 options just blew the others away. It was scenario 1 and scenario 2, Snake River. That was it. And even amongst those two, it wasn't close. Scenario 2, Snake River won. Easy victory, running away with it, no competition.
Wow.
Yeah. Madeline James, what are you making for dinner? Come back and tell us. Anyway, so yeah, Snake River wins. So let's get that going. All right, go back to... Oh, I made it too long. Go like this, and like this, and then shorten that up. Lexergy is there if we need it. And now, this thing. God, it looks like a glamour shot.
It really does. Oh, my goodness.
All right. All right.
I did glamour shots back in the day.
How many?
Well, I mean, one session. You've seen them, whether
Right.
you remember them.
I remember, of course, when you were a model and I saw those.
Wasn't you overinflate what happened? I was not a model.
Kind of were.
It's like calling someone who sits in an art class, like, just going around saying they're a model without, like, being clear that they are, like, the model of the day for people to draw.
Was that what you were doing? Were you sitting in an art class?
Oh, no, a photographer took pictures.
Oh, why?
for
Just-
pictures.
Oh, just for pictures? Just... It's like, you know, I've had a photographer take pictures of me, for example, at school, you know, for a school photo.
Yeah, so you were a model.
So that's what happened? You just had photographs taken of you at school? Is that what happened?
She used them for a photography exhibit.
Oh, she used them for a photography exhibit. That's pretty
Yes.
impressive. That's pretty impressive.
But it's not... Like, if you do it once, it's not like you're a model. It's like this one time you did something akin to modeling. Oh, thank you, Mads.
Okay. Like,
This is so horrible. But you can see my ginger mints. Look how cute that is.
that's cute.
And the edge of our little deer. God.
That's pretty good.
Oh, God.
If
This
there
is
just wasn't
really so
something-
sad.
Something in the way.
This is like a slice of Peterson life right here. It's a Petersonian.
It's okay to fish. 'Cause I don't
Oh, you-
have any feelings.
Don't touch the phone when you do this, babe. I don't even know which way to move things to help you.
There we go.
Yep. That over so that if the flowers drip pollen, they don't drip it into the peanuts.
Yeah. So if anybody has more information on desktop view and how to make it better, let us know.
Mm.
I'm just going to do that. And now you can actually write stuff and it doesn't go nuts when it sees my little hand. Oh, goodness. There's going to be so much drawing today because of all the time that took. But probably there isn't. Okay. So,
I wonder.
first, what did we just do?
We did the poll, so
We
we
did the
know
poll.
what we're doing.
Snake River. Okay. So I'm making all these yellow. Yellow means no thank you, fella. Okay. All right. Now where is, that's I. That's purple. And then U. And that's also purple. And now we can give those the old delete. Okay. Now we essentially just need to fill in all the forms and figure out the numbers and the punctuation. Yes?
I wonder, on our camera settings on our phones,
Yes.
there is a setting called portraits in photo mode where it basically, if it senses a person or animal is in frame, it's going to focus on it. And so your hand is something of a person. And so I wonder if we turn that off, if that would help.
Make a note of that. We've got this working for this stream, so we won't worry about that. But maybe after the stream or for another one, we'll see if that fixes it. I did indeed marry a model, Patrick. Not just a model, but a cheerleader and the homecoming queen.
Homecoming queen, yes. Cheerleader, no. I was a substitute for a cheerleader for a completely different school I didn't even go to for one day for a parade.
So
That's
she marched
not a
as
cheerleader.
a cheerleader in a parade.
Yes, that sentence is accurate. Was I a cheerleader? No.
Was also a model and
But I was homecoming queen.
Homecoming queen.
Yes. Okay. Because the other thing to do is see if we can change something in OBS settings. But I feel like it's got to be the camera doing it.
No, I guess, because the settings in OBS seemed very sparse.
So I feel like it's got to be the phone camera. So we'll play with that. Mm-hmm. Okay. Now, back to language and things.
Yeah, before you jump into...
I don't even know what I'm jumping into today, so please take my attention.
I just want a little help getting back into things here. Just getting my head together. You know what I mean?
Well, you got to do you'd already created the vowel glyphs because you had to create them to be voted on.
Yeah.
So
those are in.
We have vowel glyphs. Do you have all the diacritics you need for modifying?
I think, but just serious question for anybody who remembers, please tell me Jonathan is here. Is Jonathan here? Jonathan isn't here. I know Jonathan isn't here. I can feel Jonathan's presence. Oh, Jonathan. Oh, Jonathan, I need you. You don't always have to be here, of course. Nobody always has to be here. But right now, I need you, Jonathan. Anyway, I don't remember why Engma is weird, right? Engma is weird. I remember that. Engma is weird. Anything that's filled in with red, I believe I know what to do.
Okay.
Because I can just take the U diacritic there and just throw it on, and then it's done.
Okay.
The ones that aren't filled in red yet, we need to figure out how the diacritic works for that one. The green is all done, which is good news. Wow, that green looks like that, huh? That's right. Engma is weird. Engma is weird. Engma is weird.
What's up?
Jonathan is hanging out with their sister, which means that Jonathan is actually really,
really not here.
doing something.
Yeah.
Son of a biscuit eating bulldog.
You know, if you're gonna say that, why biscuit eating? It could be an espresso cookie eating bulldog.
Espresso cookies. Oh, Jonathan makes the best espresso cookies. I've had 2 different espresso cookies made by 2 different people, and both of them are just so good. I think if Jessie ever decided to turn her attention to the world of espresso cookies, like, that would be it. Miles knows what's up.
So I don't actually... What are the teal boxes? Have you covered that?
Teal boxes are used, so let me show you what we're going to do using ND as an example. So we've got NDI there. That's quite clear. And so now what we're going to do, so I'm going to take this and we're going to chop this off maybe right here. Now we have that little piece, and we are going to put it here. First thing I need to figure out is how far away that needs to be from the thing. I think it's 150. Yeah, it's 150. So this circle needs to be 150 away from there, and then this is going to connect up with whatever piece is coming down from the eye. And voila. Oh.
I don't know what just happened.
Does everybody see this? Does everybody see this? Oh.
Oh, now I do.
Oh.
Goodness, what a blight.
How sloppy. How can you put out a font that has something as sloppy as that in it? I won't do it. Not anymore, anyway. If you like sloppy fonts, you can see the first fonts I made. They just slopped it up everywhere. All right, what's the deal? That's 748. That's 750. And so what needs to happen is this actually needs to go down. All right, this angle is 40 degrees. What's going to preserve the 40 degrees of this? That, yeah. I know it's slightly, obviously this is 45 degrees and that's 40, but if you do that, that's 33.7 degrees, and we know which one's closer to 40. And so that's what's going to happen. One, two. Beep. And oh. Oh. Was that it? That was it. It was just those 2. Wait, what about this one? Does this one need it too? It does. 1, 2. Beep. And I think that's it. Yes. Okay. Okay. Very, very good. Anyway. Okay, but does everybody see what's going on here then? You got this one that has a little line ski underneath, and then we're just going to add that to the little line ski that's already there, and that's how we get our U's. And so we just fill this in. All right, so let's take a moment and look back at our language. What are you doing, Jess?
I am thinking of potential strategies for weather verbs, something that I had noted way back when we started this.
Oh, yeah. And
that we wanted to be able to say, like, rain or snow.
what about the names of the 4 racing clans?
Well, we have all the bases. You just need to do something with them.
We do?
Mm-hmm.
Do we have notes on these somewhere?
Yeah, our 4 kingdoms of bats are based on.
Oh.
I'm looking right here.
Oh, they're not in
where
the document.
I took notes.
Okay.
But I didn't know what to do once we came up with the word. So one kingdom will be based on the word for wing. One on, depending on what we do with them, either night or moon. Probably moon, but if...
Okay. 1 based on wing. 2 based on night, moon. Yep.
Night or moon, yeah.
Yeah.
The third one is going to be based on shooting star or comet, which is a flying fire.
Flying fire. And did we already create that word?
Yeah. Chiedora. And then,
Chiedora? Oh, that's incredible. That's incredible.
and then the final one will be based on shadow, which is ahmutra.
Okay. This is what I would love to think about. I want like 4 radically different naming strategies for these. So, one might use a word like clan or group. The other one might be like, the order of something, or another one might be like, just the plural of something, like the shooting stars or the shadows. Another one might be, something like that.
We don't have plural.
We have...
We have a singulative, but we don't have plural.
I thought we had a collective. Yeah, the 2 wings. That's 2. That's right, the collective is based on 2. Or that was just an idea. We hadn't formalized it
Yeah,
yet.
we hadn't done anything with it yet.
Okay. Ooh. Hang on a sec. All right, modifiers come after the nouns they modify, but what about numbers? Do numbers also come after? I can't remember.
I don't know.
I know that we wrote that.
But what I hear you saying is that you want me to, again, not work on the weather verbs, which we had wanted to do back when we started this, and instead work on this other thing?
You can work on the weather verbs. Oh my gosh, we use the word number so many times.
I don't remember seeing examples of a number with a noun.
But determiners come before. And we call number... Okay. So this is numbers used with a noun. The number comes first. When it follows it, it's an ordinal. So when it comes before, it's cardinal. When it comes after and agrees, it's an ordinal. But
It does not agree as a determiner, right?
yes. But unfortunately, no, we didn't come up with... I could have sworn we came up with written examples, but it looks like we didn't. Hey, Danielle.
Okay.
In order to say Danielle's name properly, you have to use 2 different volumes.
Okay.
Danielle!
But that,
Sure,
I
you
mean,
heard
that
all the time growing up. Yep.
gives me something else to think about, but first I do want to just try to make a simple decision about whether I think rain and snow are going to be verbs.
I think that's good.
Because we have some other weather adjacent verbs, and in the language, verbs are kind of taking the forefront when possible. So it just feels right. So I also think we don't need a subject. I think we can just say rains, you know? Because we don't have like verb agreement.
We don't. So what would it mean if there was an associated argument with it?
If there was an associated argument, I would say there's the locative marker with cloud or sky. So it rains, and then locative or ablative, sky, cloud.
Oh, no, I meant unmodified argument. Like, you know.
I say this one would block it.
Okay.
Nothing rains.
So if you can rain on something with a locative, but with any other argument, it gets the blockative case.
Yeah, because I feel like if we wanted to play semantically with it, but I mean, obviously that's a very English thing to do, to like rain on someone's parade. And like, of course, then there is a subject, but like when you're actually talking about the weather, like, unless we want to attribute some bat belief to some higher sky, sky bat that is dropping little droplets of rain on them, little shaking little buckets up there, in which case the sky bat is shaking or freezing or blowing.
It's like, the way I look at it, like in terms of rain, it's like, especially for them, I mean, of course there's an element of fate, but it's most important for determining racing conditions, you know? And it's like, the race is going to happen no matter what. It's just a matter of what the weather holds for you.
Well, they could mark no, neither of those classes would make sense. One moment. No, that's a night class. Just give me a moment.
All right, we're gonna flip over and go a Fontaine. Jessie's screen is on the bottom. She is in complete and total control.
No, I'm not. I am now torn in 6 different directions, which means nothing's actually getting done today, and you need to pay attention to David's screen.
Oh, wait, I tried to wink, but I blinked. I'm glad you weren't watching for that one.
I missed a wink that was really a blink. Can you do it again? Can you re-demonstrate? Yeah.
The less said about that, the better.
And if Jonathan were here, they could like capture a screenshot and send it to me, but my screenshot pro not here today.
Despite my entreaty, Madeline James never came back and said what she's making for dinner.
Oh, I think that announcement was, I am leaving now, goodbye. Like, I think there was an urgent need to go help make dinner in that moment, perhaps a hungry child or two.
Oh, I assumed that she was still listening. But that...
No, I think she's listening to her children right now.
All right. Filling in red. Fill it in with consternation. Fill it in so nobody knows what was there before you filled it in. Remember that song?
No, but I want to go deep into thinking mode.
Go for it. All right. So it makes me really happy to have glyphs where I can easily fill in what's going on. In fact, I'm going to boop, boop, like that. And then, like that, that should be able to allow me to, nope. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. There we go. There's the baby. Jake made a Thai yellow curry for dinner that was too hot for their mother. I really like Thai curry, but I don't like things that are too spicy. I also don't like it when I do the wrong thing, which is what I did there. Is there a reason I didn't copy? No, that should be. That should, yeah, yeah, all right. Don't you worry. Old David hasn't come unglued yet. Okay, we got that. That's there. And we need that. Good. Delete the unnecessary glyphs. No, the unnecessary points. And I've got this Mitski song stuck in my head that I really enjoy. Okay. Oh. Oh, but that's just that one. So of course it should be the same. My bad. Just without the thingy. Like that, and then this. Also without the thingy. Boop. Patrick meeting up with Jonathan and their sister. If you just like throw yogurt into something spicy, does that work? Does that completely neutralize the spice? Okay. Okay, so that's going to be on the right. Oh, so then this one has to be on the right too. So that this one is actually easy. All we need is that. And there we are. And then we can get this. That's done.
Okay, David. I'm going down a path.
There was a Mythbuster as well then. All right. Yes?
I feel like I need to... How much do you want to just trust me to go down a path that's going to end up somewhere? How much do you want to hear about the path so you can have some voice in it?
Well, let's put this out there. Number one, I trust you implicitly, and so you could just go down that path and be good. Mm-hmm. Number two, though, it might be good to tell folks what you're doing since we are streaming. If we were just on our own, I'd say go for it. Do you have a place in the document you want me to jump to?
No. This is all in my head. So if you can jump to my head.
All right.
That would be best. Okay,
Just
so
gonna take a look at what sales are going on at my Lurge.
Indeed. And today at my Lurge, what you're going to find up for auction is this idea that there is a noun that is used as the subject of weather verbs.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like this noun that ends up representing not necessarily a deity, but some sort of just something up there that's pouring water, making it snow, like some sort of something up in the sky. But whatever it is, it comes very close to either the first half of, it's either going to be this very short word, in, or the very short word, tu, because what's going to give this space for, and this is depending on which route we go for which one of those it should be, the bats are going to misinterpret the word for bat and give it a folk etymology, where, because it's intu was the protoform for bat, and they're going to kind of like take this and say that, for folk etymology, that actually this whatever it is in the sky, the big bat, it's either going to be a possessor or misinterpreted as a noun with a modifier, like as a compound, because in their head they're like basically creating pieces that allow for a folk etymology where they think that they are called an ituo because they're the great bat child or the bat earth one, like some sort of folk etymology built into it. So basically create words to support this structure, to kind of give it a folk etymology, but also at the same time give us a subject for weather verbs. So that way we can leave it open to interpretation for how those verbs get used later on.
I have a separate idea that...
Oh, and thank you, Eric. I had not been looking at chat. Thank you. David is my hairstylist, so he also thanks you. Go on.
I want to tack on a rider to that, but did we ever do the seed? We did the seed, right?
Yeah.
What did it end up being? That. Okay. Oh, right. Now I remember. So then we'll change that to a check mark. Okay. How do we do possession?
Possessee followed by possessor, and in this case I would be looking at unmarked possession, so something that more or less would be considered inalienable or so old that it was never marked, because again it's folk etymology, so it's not like it's going to be a perfect match necessarily, but some sort of folk etymology where it's like the or even like the the great bat self or body or something, where it's like they're the embodiment of whatever this is. But at the end of the day, it's really going to come down to, like, effectively it was this old word that probably meant something like atmosphere, air, sky, something like that.
Yeah.
But then it got reinterpreted.
But I want to be sure I'm understanding here. This noun is essentially going to, like, kind of serve as the possessor of the verb, right? So it's going to be verb. No. Okay. I was focused so much on the ideas, I missed the syntax. Can you give it to me again?
The protoform for bat as a noun is int-u.
Yeah.
And what I want to do is break that down into either a possessee followed by a possessor or a noun followed by a modifier.
Okay.
And
then that one is going to just serve as the subject.
Yes.
Okay, I got it. I got it.
Which half, so whether this little thing that's going to be the old word meaning air, sky, whatever,
I got it,
will either be in or tu.
Okay, in is child. I think that's great.
Okay.
Assuming we don't have a word for it.
Right? Oh, no, I don't believe so.
And then...
we do not.
Okay, and then so it's... sorry, I gotta write this.
And this is kind of cool because in modern day, in the modern day form, this connection will be lost because it-uo does not look like intu. So it's like it's going to be lost over time. Okay,
and then we're going to say it's a protoform that means it could be like air or something. Like, we can just say it's air.
Yeah, and Jake says, I was going to suggest sky as a common subject for weather verbs, and then the bats could be the children of the sky.
Yeah.
Nice.
What I would like is twofold. I would like, how like in Finnish we have aurinko. I almost did it with an adjective because I forgot. That's proto-bat. Aurinko, right, is the word for sun, but that's not the old word for sun. The old word for sun was päivä, right? If we can bolster this old word tu and make it a little longer with some sort of modifier, whether that's, I don't know, reduplication or just whatever, just to make it bigger, and that'll be the modern word for sky. Oh, we don't have to do anything. We have the noun classes.
Yeah. So it's already gonna...
So it'll already do that.
Yeah.
And now here was my other idea. I don't know if this is going to be too difficult, or if it's going to like cause too much headache. But this was my idea. It doesn't necessarily need to be inflection. It could be derivation. But what if it's essentially this tu, which was a subject, is now just a suffix that makes an impersonal verb?
It would be a suffix?
Yeah, because that's where the subject goes. Because it's VSO.
Right. Sorry, we don't attach the subjects, though. No,
we don't. It would just be this unique thing. Like it's just reinterpreted as a derivation that makes it an imperfect verb. Would that work, or would that destroy things?
Actually, we do. No, we don't. What's the dependent form of the pronouns for? Yeah, when pronouns appear as clitics, they are prefixes on the verb.
You mean suffixes?
Prefixes.
Prefixes. Oh, yeah,
The
yeah.
dependent pronoun forms are clitics that subvert the standard ordering.
Okay.
So this, though, would be a suffix, not a prefix, to match that.
Yeah, and I was thinking, like, because we already did the whole verb conjugation thing, and we don't want to mess that up.
No.
I was thinking it could just be a verbal derivation.
Okay.
It'd be something similar to the instrumental passive from High Valyrian, where it's just like that. That's used just when it's an inanimate subject or agent. But this could just be purely notional, purely impersonal, and it just gets used to make these kind of impersonal verbs. Would it be used with all weather verbs, though? Maybe this is just silly.
No, I mean, I don't think it's silly. I think it would be used for most weather verbs, because I think most weather, the idea of like where does it start is it's somewhere up above.
Incidentally, if you just throw this into Lexergy, what you get is tu with a long vowel.
Yeah.
It could be shortened just because it's, so grammatical. I don't know.
As a suffix, but like I'm not going to go messing about with suffixes without your help. So what I will do is formalize the dictionary entries and make notes.
I was thinking as a pronoun.
I thought you meant like use this verbal derivation for the weather verbs, thereby the subject, like the to as a subject no longer exists.
I did, but then you balked at that, and so I thought, well, maybe instead.
I absolutely did not balk at that.
No.
I, in fact, was in the middle of supporting that.
Wow,
when you cut me off.
Bok.
I believe it's called sass at this point.
All right.
We're sassing that frass.
All right.
And what's being sassed here is that I think that that's how it would start. And yeah, I think all weather verbs would end up working with this suffix unless there's some weather pattern that they would interpret as actually starting somewhere else historically. But over time,
right. Okay.
It would end up, so anyway, it would end up marking all weather patterns, but then it also gets used for something like an impersonal passive where it's fixed.
Yeah.
And it's like we do have a passive, I think. We did a passive, right? We do have a passive.
Full passive.
But the idea of it's broken or it's fixed, where it's sort of like this middle ground of I'm kind of describing its state, and I'm not trying to say
yeah.
I'm not trying to treat it as a super verby thing. At this point, I'm treating it as, yeah, this guy fixed it,
Yeah, and if for certain verbs it's redundant, then it doesn't matter because it's just an inflection.
Yeah.
And, it's like when you have a toolbox. It's like you don't say well, I already have a Phillips head and a flathead, so I don't need another screwdriver. It's like maybe it's a little longer, maybe it's a little thicker, maybe you like the feel of the grip more, maybe it makes more sense in certain situations.
I love that you went to screwdrivers, and my head immediately went to, well, obviously, David, this is why I have a million different sizes and shapes of knitting needles and crochet hooks.
There you go.
And
yeah, I was just trying to relate to our audience. I think they are more kind of like a DIY crowd,
handy crew, just, rather than
fixing stuff around the house. Yeah. All right.
Okay, so I super like that. I think that's great. I don't want to create it formally without us actually walking through examples and seeing what we're about to muck up. I do, however, want to create the word for child and sky with their noun classes, which will immediately make them bulkier, and make a note about this folk etymology of where bat as a term came from, and that giving rise to like, some of them using that to feel things about themselves and their place in the world.
Right on. Well, I think this calls for a little celebration.
Woo!
Check that out, huh? I don't know why I didn't think
And
of
Jake
this.
identifies as crafty.
There
I
we
think
go.
with all the puns intended.
Okay.
Woo! And yes, Mads, I know you're a fellow handicrafty.
Let me just,
Oh, I thought you were going to use this opportunity to draw the Snakesy River character, but
It is kind of a snake. See? Uh-oh. 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 See? It's kind of a snaky fellow.
oh, that's cute.
Fill in some thickness there. Give him a little rattle. Why not? A little there. Okay.
Oh my God, that is so
Don't be
cute.
for you.
Oh, cheers.
Ding.
Mads is crocheting a game controller.
Ooh.
Oh my God, this is like the Kopiko with one side has like the neatest edges I've ever seen. The other side does not. But that is impressive.
I hear what I know. Kopiko.
Okay.
All right. So my thought is that this thing comes on late, and so even if it gets attached to a vowel final form, it's just TU high tone.
Okay. Okay.
How are we spelling things again?
What do you mean?
Did we start? Did we decide on a? No. Let me see something. Walk with me to Lexergy. Right. Interesting. Is there any consonant that, because like it can all, everything can end in a consonant, right? Or a word can end in every consonant.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything that screws that up? What are our proto? What's it again?
In and two? Two?
Uh-huh.
What? I don't know what proto you're asking for. I'm sorry.
DC. Oops. Okay, good, good. Oh, yeah. Okay. Okay. All right. Changed my mind.
Okay.
So, this is what I think this suffix should do. it's going to show up as tu most of the time. After a vowel, it's going to be du. And after a nasal, it's going to be hu. And I think that does it.
I am so sorry. I'm going to need you to repeat that in just 1 second. Okay, what was that again?
Most of the time it's tu, but
Okay.
basically after a vowel it's going to be du. After a nasal it's going to be u.
C?
Yes. A functional game controller you're crocheting. Now that I don't understand.
Oh, this is Mads's thesis project.
Oh.
It's very, very cool. And like, I absolutely can't wait to see results.
Hiatus. Okay. Need to hurry up and make some decisions here. I think I know what I have to do for this one. It's a little less fun, but I think it's what makes sense. All right. Good. Now M and T and N. Okay, T is actually easy. Because it's just these two, but with this. Right? Whoa. Yeah, it's gotta be. Wow. Because it never goes down to up Z. It always goes ups to down Z. Green always goes ups to down Z. All right. Green always goes ups to down Z. Okay. And that's that. And that's that. No more need be said on the matter. Now, N. Oh! Our little friend. Well, look at that. Well, I wish I would have seen this earlier. This could have avoided the poll, or at least that element in the poll. We could not have done the first option. It wouldn't have been possible because then the I vowel would look the same as ni, and the U vowel would look the same as nu. Because that is essentially what these are. That's that. And this one is that. And so now those aren't yellow at all. Those are actually in the font. Actually, so are these. So I'm just going to delete those. Okay. Now M. Okay. M looks like this. All right. Ma looks like that. So now for me and moo. I think it's just got to be that. And that. The problem is, I think this line is not going to work with this. The line sticks out 225. I don't know, chaps. I don't think this is going to work. Oh boy.
For the impersonal passive,
Oh boy. Yep.
would that occur on any one? Would that occur on the active root or the passive root? Like, would you say the impersonal passive actually takes out the passive prefix because it is giving sort of like this is the subject, and so it's not passive actually at core, and so it's on the active root?
I mean, it was an old subject.
Right. And so it needs to be built off the active root, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, just verb plus subject, yeah.
Okay.
This ain't gonna work. I do not like this at all. Oh, I don't like this. Oh. Never mind. I'm glad Jonathan isn't here. Do we have a straight termination anywhere? I don't think this is going to work. Oh my God, I don't think this is going to work. my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Like, do you all see this? You know how much space that is? That's 75. That's, look at that. Oh my God.
The poor glasses.
It's the last glyph, Jess. It's the last glyph. Why is it doing this? Oh my God. Yeah, I could, Cinnawin. I didn't want to, but I could. It's kind of mini. But it's better than that monstrosity. Oh, how awful. Yeah, I think... Gosh, I think that's what I'm going to have to do. I think that is what I'm going to have to do. Oh my God. Yellowing that out quickly. Oh. Oh. So you know what that means. That means then we put that there. We make it turquoise. And we see what the damage is. Oh. 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 Jazzy.
You know, as another fun fact, something I didn't know.
Okay.
When last time we had drug your window down so that way mine took up less room because I was not doing anything at the end of the last stream. So now there's only a tiny sliver.
No, sorry, you're not on the screen.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, but also like what...
That was my bad.
What was being shown was not at all where I was in the document, so I thought it had died.
No.
Okay.
You just weren't on the screen, and that was my bad. I got distracted.
Okay.
Lord.
So in terms of weather verbs, by the way, now all we need are forms for like to rain and snow, like as verbs. But I am now thinking about kingdom strategies because we've got that strategy. I've got it noted that it was used for weather verbs. And so it's like I've got all of the pieces in place. I've got the nouns for child and sky. I mentioned that there's like this folk etymology. So like it's all in there somewhere.
Yeah.
David's drawing something. And then Cinnawin.
Let's see.
Cinnawin had asked about stopping the line on the left, and Magpie follows that up with maybe that was a suggestion to shorten the middle line. Oh my God. Oh my God, there's so much energy in that tiny little drawing.
All right. So this is M. And you'll remember M. It came from, you know, the darling little bat. You know, like its little bat body. I can't recreate it now. It's like it seems clear enough there. Follows stroke order, right? Like, that is how you would do it. Doesn't make sense to, like, that definitely doesn't make sense. That's terrible. But, like, also, that doesn't make any sense. That's just, it's gotta be this. It's got to be that. It's going to be a nightmare to kern, too. The only other option is to turn it into a real A. Get rid of the sticks out on either side, but that wouldn't serve the drawing. I think it's got to be that. But the thing is, this should come in 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now it's 150 away. I guess it's a modified form, so it's like, whatevs? I don't know. I hate it so much.
What do you hate?
I hate this glyph. I hate it. I know it's based on a cute little bat body, but I hate it.
I actually don't know which one you're talking about right now.
I want to whiteify it. I want to make it a big stupid A. So there could be a big stupid A and a big stupid B in this orthography.
Do you need a minute? Or 10?
So it's 750. So you could just do this. All right, so my recreation of Jesse's bat drawing. It's like,
Okay.
kind of, it's that thing, and the two little legs come out. And so this was Mukad? Is that an R at the end? What's the word for body, Jess?
X high tone A D R A.
No, I'm sorry, the protoform.
MUKR.
Yeah, so that is an R. So this was it.
Did I get A in between? MUKAR?
Yeah.
I feel like I skipped over that.
And so this became that. And the sides are the little arms right over there. This could become that. It would certainly solve a lot of our kerning problems. We would change mod to just that. All right, we got an all hands on deck situation here, Jess.
Yeah. I may have something exciting to tell you, but I'll let you know in a minute.
All right.
What's up for you, though?
So, bearing in mind that this is the original image here, right? And then from that we created this glyph.
Yeah.
Do we want to stop here, or do we want to keep moving and just make an A? This is what we're looking at. Top is new, bottom is original.
I like the bottom left one
Mm-hmm.
for the little arms,
Yeah.
but I think the top makes more sense given needing to squish things in and around it. But I'm also fine with the bottom in a way that I feel like you must not be, and I think it's because of how close the line gets on the left to the diacritic upmarking. Is that
It's honestly a variety of things.
okay? But I am also fine with saying, like, the bottom left gets used, but as soon as diacritics start getting added, those lines kind of go away. The little arms go away. Like, I don't think there's a reason why you can't have little armsy and then it gets taken away. But I think the top looks nice and clean, and I know that, like, our brains see that and register A just because we've been trained to treat that, but, like, it's also got a legitimate source. I think the top is a winner.
All right. All right, then. But we will always remember them. I will remember you.
Oh my God.
All right. Done. What are you up to over there?
I have two kingdoms name.
Ooh.
You're stuck with them because you let me go. No. Okay. Okay.
All right, all those glyphs are rescued down there. Now we just need to figure out number glyphs. Oof.
Okay, that was yeah. That's okay.
Yes.
So the first kingdom, the motto is "the wings make the bat."
Ooh.
And so this is the first use of our little 2 collective marker with wing. And so nga esu is the collective of wing. The second kingdom, they are the flyers of the shining moon.
Ooh.
And so moonshine takes on a new meaning. And that is ngay ah. No, low tone. Ngay ah.
Okay. Oh my gosh. I just did a cha there. Okay. Okay.
And I could imagine this compound would be smoothed out over time and that P would disappear. But for now, it's there because that's what is there.
All right.
So 2 kingdoms are named.
Nice. All right. Now we just have to do numbers. And it could have been easy. Remember, we had the option to use our letters as numbers. And the patron's like, no, original numbers. So now we got to figure out some numbers for wait a minute. It's base 9, right?
Yeah.
So that means there actually isn't a 9 doc. Whoops. Forgot how bases worked. Good thing Bubba isn't here. We'll just give that a little delete ski. Okay. 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 Okay, so we have 0 through 8 that need unique glyphs. And the BATS counting system is based on, remember, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then
5 was the little foot, right? Or 5 was the tail.
6.
Yeah, 5 is the tail.
8, 9. Oh boy. It works somehow like that. And we do have words for all of these. The protoforms are 1, 2, 3, for tail, and then we have 2 we don't say what that is.
Is 1.
No, KXUM. Oh, paw.
I think we changed.
Paw.
Second paw. 2 paws.
Yeah, both. It's the collective, so like all paws. So let me, okay. Okay, so 5 is tail, 6 is 2 paw, 7 is switch 2, 8 is switch 3, and then spread is 9. So that's semantically what the numbers are. I suppose then we could do something like this. 1 could be this. We could start with pointing there. 2 could be something like that. But then that would get too complicated for 3. So 3 is going to have to be something different. Maybe 3 could be something like a triangle, because it's like connecting all of them. And originally it would have been a triangle that looked like that, but you know, it would have gotten turned into that over time. 4 is probably going to be a filled out one, so boom. And 5 is something different. So 5, it's gonna look like that, because it's like where the feet are. And then 6 is gonna be this, because it's focusing on the 2 feet. In fact, we don't even need the line. Let's make it simpler. 6 is just going to be an upside down V. 7 is switch 2 and then switch 3. So we could have switch 2, but then obviously you couldn't do switch 3 because it's just a triangle. Now you could do that, but also you could just do the whole body, which would be, you know, like a big triangle like that. Imagine something like that as well. But that's obviously too complicated. Could be a triangle pointing down. Part of the problem with this is if you're thinking about like handwriting, having to distinguish this from that consistently, that's not going to work. So I'm actually half inclined to go for 3 to make it that, and to bring the line back for 6. And then for 4, just make that. And then for 8, it could either be the upside down triangle, or it could just be like that. I think probably that's the winner right there. Okay, so let's, and then the 0 will be something. Woo! Okay, but 1, all right. 2 was either that or that. We'll see how it writes. 3 is going to be that. 4 is going to be this. 5, big T. 6, right? 7 is going to be backwards, that or that. And then 8 is going to be like that. All right. And yeah, 0 could actually just be a circle since it's nothing. Could be the moon. Because when you're looking up, right, you either see a bat flying around, or if you don't, you just see the moon. All right. And I am showing your screen. Yes, I am showing your screen. All right. Time for a little flash bam alakazam. Mm-hmm.
You know what? Let me type this out, then I'll show you.
Sure. Yeah, with both this character and this character, sorry, I don't see these both surviving, and so I think this one is going to go ahead and get changed to not an F, dot. Ooh, we don't have a dot. Time to make a dot. Boop. Perfect. Okay, 300. This is at 450. And then $225, and then 225. All right, and then we'll put it down at this midline, which is 500.
Okay. I've got suggestions for you.
Excellent.
Not for your numbers, I'm sorry.
That's all right. I think we've done what we need to do for these.
I'm rejoining things around me. Okay, Four Kingdoms. I've already introduced you to Ngai Su and Gabe. Yeah. We the Shooting Stars. Sei Kie Duora. And the United Shadows.
Oh, I love that.
Kuo mi ahmutra. So that one's actually 2 words.
I love that. That makes me very happy.
Done and done.
Let's put this in the middle of that. There. Yes, please listen to the children.
All right. Cool.
We're going to try this. Might be a little longer.
Okay. Okay.
Let's do that. All right. Nope, not find. Paste. Now work. Just do what I will you to do.
I'm so excited to find out if that works for you.
Actually, it's not bad. It's pretty darn close. Yeah. That's not bad. It's not bad. What we got there? 116? Yeah, it's not bad. Boop. Is that what I meant to do? No, I didn't. I meant to have a real point, didn't I? I did mean to have a real point. Oh, Jesse, how can you look me in the face?
It's very easy. Very nice face.
That's how it's done. That's actually going to be a lot narrower, isn't it? Tools. Oh, 828. No, actually, that's not bad. All right. Yeah, could have been worse. Could have been worse. Oh, but now we really tell. Now we really see which foot the biscuit steps in. Obviously, it's not going to work, isn't it? What's 414 minus 75? I think it's that.
So I hope you don't. This says modifier. I need to. Okay, I got to change a name because I used it the backwards way.
That's pretty rough. That's pretty rough.
All right.
Yeah, I may bounce the biscuits on this one, but it's, for the most part, it's how it's going to be. But yeah, we're gonna fix that up. Don't worry. The one thing I don't think I'm necessarily going to do is swap all these pointed ones to humps. I think I'm gonna keep that. Negative 39.
Okay, I'm coming back for real now. I've got all my notes down.
All right, well, it's 4 p.m.
Ooh.
And all we need to do to put a cap on this thing is that. Just,
Oh, and thank you, Mads. I'm very pleased with these names. And David stuck with them because that's what happens.
Yeah, so this, the irony of this is that 0 is going to look like 0. So let's pull all these numbers up on the screen. They're pretty numbery. So the only thing is, so I didn't want to take the triangle shapes and turn them into humps necessarily. What we could do, and maybe this will be the poll this week, is we can keep these here and turn these into humps. We'll see. We'll see what people decide. But either way, off stream, these are going to get fixed. because they need to be slightly wider. Slightly wider. Which is a matter of changing the angle of the lines here. It was at 22.5 degrees. It needs to be a little bit, it needs to come out a little bit. I think that's a necessity. Because yeah, there's got to be, it was broader than the midline for 8. And so that's what eventuated this. But anyway, there you have it. A stream was had by one and some.
And we'll see you at an odd time next Thursday.
That's right. 3 p.m. next Thursday. If you tune in at 2 p.m., we'll probably be driving.
Okay.
Because we're going to live stream the whole time that Bib and Matt are here, just 24 hours.
Sure. They won't be in our house at that point, I'm sure, because I think there are presentations before the live stream that...
Oh, yeah, no, each of us is going to, with our phones, we're going to just split it into 4.
Okay, sure.
So you see.
But okay, I really got to go, though. So
all right. Bye, everybody. Stay Grammar,
Bye.
Jewelry Hills. Thank you for being here, and we'll talk to you later.